Welcome, students, to Manhood Academy Podcasting. I'm your professor, I'm your professor, Professor Plum. And these are your students, the students. Torero was initially concerned that we were wasting time, so we decided to start the recording.
Yes. Good on you, Torero.
As you can tell, my voice is a little shot, but I was recovering from the flu, and now I have like some hot tea with some lemon in it. And not lemon, but honey. So, my throat actually feels okay. It's just that, I don't know. It's just recovering, I guess. But I actually feel better than I sound. So that's maybe the good news. Let me see who we got in class today. We got Jar. Jar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're never here. We got DBP. DBP, are you here?
Of course.
We got Tortilla. Tortilla, are you here?
Yes.
Also, a.k.a. Torero. We got Yellow Smiley Face. Paperclip, are you here?
What up, man? What you doing, man?
Paperclip, are you here, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. I just said, what up, man?
This is Paperclip's premiere. What's it called when your first time? Your
debut.
Debut.
Oh, yeah, debut, yeah.
This is Paperclip's premiere debut. And
his professional podcast debut. Oh, yeah.
This is his podcasting debut.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I haven't listened to all of them.
And we have Hibernia, the leprechaun. The leper. Leprechaun. Hibernia, the leprechaun. Are you here?
I'm here, yep.
I'm here, yep.
I thought you were somebody else there.
You thought I was an impersonator, eh?
Yeah. You sound a lot different, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's sick.
I do sound different. I agree. I agree with you, leprechaun guy. Okay.
Because you're dark, you know.
All right. If any other students come online, let me know. All right. So we're gonna try to make our way through this. Whoa! Everybody was supposed to get 2 examples of good expression. So I hope everybody brought 2 examples of good expression to class today. And
I had 2, but I didn't have a written one. I couldn't
If
find
you don't have 2, you're gonna need to find 2 by tomorrow because we're gonna do the same thing tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be on today, so I don't have any.
Okay.
I have 1. But... No, I was hunting for a writing one. That
Fucking lazy, worthless students. No examples at all. All right.
I got 2 examples.
How can we have class when nobody has any examples? This is like when your teacher says, hey, we're going to talk about the book tomorrow. Make sure you read these pages. And nobody reads it. We can't talk about the book.
Actually, like 25 minutes too, I read the orientation section. I was like, oh shit. Went straight to Google, searched good expression.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Google good expression. No, you're supposed to just like look around at like stuff that you think.
I had to pull it out of the book.
You gotta just think, here's how you find good expression. Just think about like movies or books that you like. Just something you like, really. If you can think of something you like, that's probably some good expression in there.
You guys should have looked up wrestlers. I looked up The Rock.
Oh yeah, perfect example, like wrestlers. Think of something you like a wrestler or like a...
Oh, I have 2 examples now. I just found a written one.
To help these assholes out, I'm gonna actually type that in. Where did I announce to bring stuff to class?
The orientation section.
Okay.
Next week class post.
Since everybody's so boggled as to what to do in this assignment, let's go to orientation section, and we're gonna type in. Jar, are you nervous?
Why am I nervous? No, I'm not nervous.
You were nervous in the chat room last time.
Oh, last time I was nervous? When?
We put pressure on you in the chat room.
Right, yeah, that's true. Like, you put too much pressure on me. And
I like how Jar gets nervous in the chat room. It's pretty awesome.
Well, it's like, to me, it was like all the weight was on my shoulders because it was my job to, like, bring that new guy into the academy.
I know. I like how you feel pressure typing to strangers on a screen. I think that's amazing.
It's so difficult to, like, get people in. Like, they have to read the book and agree with the book, I believe, in order to truly become part of the academy. Of course, you can do it through, amazing incentive, but if they don't agree, I feel like they're not going to stick around.
Okay, well, Jar was explaining his nervousness. I forgot what I was going to type in here. Okay, so for your expression examples, just think of something you really like. For example, a favorite wrestler. R-E-S-T-L-E-R. Give me another example. A favorite movie.
Rappers.
A favorite rapper. A favorite comedian. A
Favorite porn star.
Favorite book? No. Give me another example. A favorite picture. A favorite painting.
Favorite poet.
A favorite poet
Yeah.
or poem. A favorite song, etc. Is that good enough? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So now people have actual examples of what to think of when they think of good expression. Does that help you out, Jar?
Yep.
Okay. Does everybody have?
I ended up doing too. I ended up going to one of my books, and I just opened up and found one of the parts in the book that I really enjoyed reading.
Perfect.
Exactly.
So does everybody have 2 examples now?
Yep.
Paper, you got 2?
Yeah, I got 2 examples.
DVP, you got 2?
Yep.
Torero?
No.
Well, how hard is it for you to think of 2 examples, Torero? Come on.
I can find one in about 5
Go
minutes.
find
You can do it.
2 examples. I like how I don't think my voice is that powerful right now, but I feel that if I type while I talk, my voice becomes like a super powerful amplified sound.
You should get that Stephen Hawking's.
Hello, I am Stephen Hawking. How are you? Hibernia. Do you have 2 examples?
Yep. I have 2 examples.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so let's start with the nervous guy in the room, Jar. Let's go with
Yeah.
the nervous guy, the default nervous guy.
Default nervous.
Yes.
All right, I'm already shaking.
Let's go to the shaking guy.
So this is from Caesar's Rules. Do you guys watch The Dog Whisperer?
The dog whisperer.
No.
All right. So
No,
can you
definitely.
link us in the chat or something?
Oh no, it's like in my hand. It's a book.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So this is just like something he's saying.
Okay, go ahead.
I never tired of just watching them. The way they interacted and communicated with one another. The way that mothers so effortlessly but firmly raised their pups. And the way they managed to solve disputes with each other quickly and cleanly, usually without even fighting, then move on to the next thing without bitterness or regret. Perhaps in some way I envied the clear and simple rules of their lives compared with the complexity of the human interactions in my own close but sometimes troubled family. All I knew then, however, was that dogs fascinated me. Took me out of myself and made me want to spend every spare minute learning everything I could about them. Finn.
Okay. And Jar?
Yeah, I'm like, this is, like, it's in the intro of the book where he's he's obviously trying to suck the readers in.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that part really hit me, and I really enjoyed the part where he's comparing the simplicity of the dogs' lives and how they interact and communicate compared to the complexity of the humans. And as I continued reading this book, I really noticed so many connections between how dogs simply communicate and interact and how we're learning. It's, like they don't exactly say punishment and but it's more or less the exact same principles. Exactly the same. So it really intrigues me to know that it's universal, but also it's on like different levels of different animals too and how they communicate. So
what part of expression was attractive about that, would you say?
So as I said, like where he's comparing the complexity of human interactions to the simplicity of dog interactions, and also when he talks about how mothers so effortlessly but firmly raise the pups.
Right, Jar. But what category of expression would you say is that was attractive? What type of expression is that?
I guess he's just trying to describe how he views what he sees.
Okay, DVP, can you help us out here? What type of expression is he talking about?
I wasn't listening.
I can't even make my buzzer sound. It's like, that's my buzzer sound right now.
I was looking at my own examples. I wasn't listening. Sorry, Jar.
Hibernia, what type of expression is he talking about?
I'm not sure. I wasn't really listening.
Paperclip, what type of expression is he talking about?
I don't know.
Motherfucker, Torero, does anybody know? Torero.
He was talking about how he was observing the dogs and how they
Yeah, we got
interacted.
that. What type of expression is that? What attractive part from the ebook? What type of expression? What element of expression?
Oh, is that he goes into detail?
Yeah, he was reacting.
What is attractive about that?
Knowledge.
Yes, somebody said it.
Knowledge.
Okay, so he's sharing wisdom, knowledge, something functional that'll help you.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is the attractive part. This is like teaching you how to fish, something that is useful to you. That is attractive. Oh, we got another dude on. We just added Big L, and then we're adding, who's the Monash? I forgot who's Monash. Anybody
I think
know?
that's the A-team. Yeah, that's the A-team.
The A-team? Alright.
Yeah, I'm Monique.
So we got Big L, you there?
Yeah.
Big L, do you got 2 examples of expression?
So one has to be written, correct?
One
And
should
not
be,
precise.
yes. Big L, you got like 2 examples? Big L, are
Yes.
you there?
Yes, Professor.
Do you have 2 examples of expression?
No.
What are you doing? Big L, are you there?
Yes. Yes, Professor.
What the fuck are you doing, Big L? You are so mysterious over there. Why does Big L always give these disjointed, bizarre answers?
It sounds like he's at work.
No, I
Heard a
just
phone in the background.
woke up.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning,
Nice and
guys.
shine. It's good to have you here. There you go.
A-team, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
You got 2 examples?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Well, go get 2 examples. Hold on, I'm going to give you a link to this post right now. I want you to read it. It'll tell you exactly what type of examples and how to get them real quick. Bam. Read that. Anybody who doesn't have 2 examples right now, read that very quickly and think of 2 examples.
Let's see, favorite wrestler, favorite runner.
Okay, so, Jar, yours was, you're attracted to the knowledge part.
Mm-hmm.
My only comment would be that Caesar is projecting his human perspective onto the dogs. This is kind of like crazy cat ladies when they go, my cat is sad today because this and this happened. So she's projecting how she feels onto the cat. She's projecting her emotions onto the cat to create the relationship. Where I think the same thing is happening here, where Caesar's projecting how he perceives the dog world to be, the dog relationship world to be. What was the first part you said?
He was talking about how the mother, like it was very effortlessly, like how the mother was able to,
Oh, yeah, that's right. So
power.
he mentions the mother is able to solve problems and communicate smoothly without creating arguments and etc. So he's kind of idealizing human relationships in his head and projecting them onto the mother dog. Like that's exactly how she's doing it. So again, there's a problem there with projecting the crazy cat lady mentality onto animals. So that's the only issue I have with that. But again, it's an example of knowledge that's attracting you because it's functional. It's something supposedly useful to you.
Right.
Okay, what's your second example?
Alright, so my second one's out of another book.
Okay.
Now, I need to describe this to you because it's actually a picture book primarily. It's taken by a very good photographer.
Oh, can you put a link to it?
No, it sits in my hand.
Gotcha, go ahead.
Oh. So, the picture shows a dry bull's skull with the horns, and it's dried out, and it's sitting kind of in this,
Dried
it's like
out
a very
bull
setting.
skull? Is that what you said? Dried out bull skull?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the top of it, and he's got the teeth, so right away, like, it's a very dry picture.
Hold
It's
on.
sitting in the dead
I'm
grass,
gonna
the prairies, and
Google
everything's brown.
dried out bull skull so I can see what you're talking about. Dried out bull skull. SKU. Images. Going to Google Images, looking for. Oh, I think I found one. Here. I'm just going to post this just for visual aid.
Okay.
For other
There's
students.
one with a guy with a dried bull skull on his head.
There you go. So anybody wants to check out a dried out bull skull, I just posted one for visual aid. Keep going, Jar.
Right, exactly. So, that also very well describes it. In my picture, there's more dead grass.
Right.
Showing that it's, sucked out of nutrients, there's no water or anything. It's
Okay.
just a flat, dead prairie. So, and then there's a little bit of there's a paragraph here. So
Okay.
that's what it says. When it finally glugged and spurted out of the faucet into the glass, it was an extremely cold, bubbling, hissing elixir that, upon consumption, would simultaneously quench your thirst, make you belch, and give you a numbingly painful burn freeze. We drank this farm well water because A, it was the only option we had, and B, despite its presentation, it could quench any dry, dusty, prairie-seized thirst that you might bring to it. Sized thirst that you might bring to it. So it's, like it's talking about how, like I just got like this really kind of dry sensation just from reading this and looking at the picture. Like it kind of reminded me exactly when, I've been thirsty maybe after working out or running, I don't know, but I kind of get that sensation in my throat, and then having something so refreshing, something so cool that it can give you brain freeze, it kind of reminded me of also having Slurpee and like drinking it too fast and get that.
Okay, so what part of expression is attractive about that?
So this is his, this isn't knowledge, for
He
sure.
brings you into his experience, but I don't know the correct word for it.
Well, he does it,
Candor.
I'll go with that. Brings you into his experience, so you're brought into the experience of it, sharing his reaction to it, or creating the
You
experience.
feel like you're there.
Yes, you feel like you're there.
And
So
that's
shared
exactly what happened.
shared experience.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Is there like a more is that what candor is, or is candor just something else?
Well, you should probably read the ebook because I think it covers candor. Does anybody know what candor is? Hibernia, you know what candor is?
Well, I thought it was more like direct speech.
Yeah, speaking honestly from the No, I'll just Google it.
Nope, that's not candor.
It was like not the exact opposite of speaking honestly, but like speaking truly. Like you might not know.
Yes, there's a distinction between honesty and candor.
Yeah,
So you
The
should
quality of being open and honest in expression, frankness.
Well, what I have to say is that candor is more than honesty, because honesty, like, you may be honest, but your honest opinion or something may not be true.
Yes, you may honestly think the moon is flat.
Mhm.
That may be your honest belief that the moon is flat, but that does not mean that's candor.
Yeah. So, I mean, good expression will always have an element of candor to it.
Yes.
Like this had an element of candor to it.
For instance, Caesar Milan, his projection of his his crazy cat lady views onto dogs is honest, but it doesn't represent candor because it represents his view of relationships, which may be skewed and doesn't represent reality. So it's not ultimately going to help you. So at the point when Jar discovers this isn't working, it's not helping, Jar's going to be pissed off or displeased. He's not going to be satisfied in the relationship with Caesar Milan, with what he's saying. So there's going to be a problem, and the problem is lack of candor. So while Jar believes him to be honest, or he may think that's right, at that point he'll be in love with Caesar and say, yes, I like that guy. He said this thing and it really seems like it's going to help me out. So he's enjoying the honesty, but since there's no candor, ultimately it's not going to benefit the relationship.
Right. I have a question.
Yes.
Now, I already know that Caesar Milan has divorced his wife, I think, like a year ago, so I don't at all trust him for any relationship advice like that. But I have to admit, like, he knows exactly what he's doing with dogs when he speaks about, like, being able to rehabilitate dogs and how dogs think, stuff like that. Like, I know he's right, because he shows it. Like, he shows it in the show, and his methods work. Like,
So even Caesar Milan can't control his bitch?
well,
there you
Caesar
go.
Milan can control these, like, actual bitch, like a female dog.
Yeah, but there's different ways of, for example, I think there's like, you're supposed to grab the dog by the neck and put your hands on a certain way to represent a dog doing a bite on the actual animal to represent your authority over the animal, or to bring the dog into submission. And you're
It
supposed to do
reminds me
things
of
a certain
the
way.
PUA symptoms. They don't focus on principles. That doesn't seem what he's doing. He's just focusing on specific
He is a
techniques.
PUA guy. Jar is typically falling for the PUA type method. For instance, pickup artists have this thing they call a routine where they say, hey, repeat these actions, and this will result in the girl being attracted to you. So a girl says something, you say this line. A girl does this, you grab her a certain way. A girl does this, you do this. And they have these things called, like Mystery has these things called our kiss gambits, which are basically ways to make a girl kiss you. And if you see him do something like this, it seems like, wow, he's attracting this girl. He knows what he's doing because I've seen it and it works. But ultimately, you realize Mystery doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. If you understand from a skilled social interaction viewpoint, you could see short-term gains, long-term failure. It's just like steroids. Let's say you're working out, and you see a guy, you go, that guy's working out. Oh, he's shooting up in the gym, and he's getting bigger. So you see him, and he's getting massive gains, and you see, very quickly, you see, oh, that guy's doing it right, because he's taking steroids, and I can see the result is massive gains. So therefore, I need to take steroids and get massive gains too. But you don't see the long-term result, like kidney damage, mood swings, etc. So you don't have enough insight to see the long-term damage being done. Overall, you see there's greater harm than the good from him getting the short-term gain. So in the same way, it requires more knowledge, a greater perspective to realize that a short-term gain doesn't mean this guy knows what he's doing. Just like Caesar Milano, what's his name? Caesar Milano?
Caesar
Milan?
Yeah,
He may be trying to control a dog a certain way, and it appears the dog is responding. But again, you have to have a bigger view of social interaction to understand the problems, or where the problems are at. Because, believe it or not, principles are universal. Meaning, if you're applying the same relationship, or the same principle to human relationships, it should be the same thing. If he's getting divorced from his wife, obviously there's a problem. Which, even with dogs, because dogs can't talk back to you. Dogs can't argue with you. So the problem's not going to be that apparent with a dog. Whereas a woman, she can talk back to you. She can't argue with you. So your methods are more apt to be exposed with people than they are with dogs.
Yeah, I feel like I almost maybe misconstrued what he was doing, because a lot of the stuff in his book, it directly reflects right back to the principles. Like, he stresses, like, you don't need to give dogs treats or anything like that to make them do what you want them to do. It's all about getting their needs met.
Well, you could see a lot of guys, they touch on certain principles. Since the principles are universal, obviously guys are going to bump into them.
Right.
But the problem is, since they don't understand what's going on, they only see it in a situational context. For instance, a lot of guys kind of understand that they're emasculated in the sense that they should be doing more quote-quote guy-type things or acting in a manly way.
Yeah.
Being a badass. So on one hand, they kind of have a general sense of the principle of masculinity, exercising authority. But on the other hand, because they don't understand the principle fully, they mutate it to become something like a bro. Or they think that if you're super cool, you'll work out a lot. I've heard a lot of guys recommend, look, if you want to regain your manhood, some guy posted, you got to take Krav Maga, or you got to learn MMA, or you got to start lifting weights. That has nothing to do with manhood. That has nothing to do with masculinity. But it's all kind of tied up in their head with authority. They see a guy who has exercising authority. They also see him with big muscles, or they see him working out. So they associate masculinity with working out. So they have some of the aspects where they're addressing the principle, and then their own perspective brought into that too. So it's like a big confused soup. So then when they try to share what they think masculinity is with other guys become confused because he's conflicting views. Well, you can't pee when you're sitting down because that's emasculated. You have to pee when you're standing up. You have to work out. You have to be big and buff. Well, what about skinny guys? Does that mean they have no hope of being becoming manly or expressing their manhood? There's one seduction guru. I forget. This guy's so retarded. Every time he picks up some new thing, he touts that as the latest part of, the self-help pickup mantra. For instance, he's a fat guy and he started working out. He says, here, to become more manly or masculine, you need to start working out. Or you need to, he went off and got a job in some foreign exotic place. And he said, well, to be more manly or masculine, you need to explore your options more. You need to be daring and take a risk like I did. So every time he bumps into something, he turns this into the new masculinity, the new type of masculinity, the better masculinity.
Turning into the Dos Equis man.
Exactly. You need to have an adventure in
Must be
life.
the most
They're
interesting
too
man in the
focused
world.
on the cultural viewpoint rather than like its practical use.
The litmus test for when somebody's bullshitting, like any kind of self-help guy, is generally just when they focus on techniques. Like, even if they touch on the principles, you can tell when they put a heavy emphasis on techniques, whether it's like grabbing a dog a certain way, whether it's saying certain lines. I mean, it's just, when they don't focus on principles, I tend to not take them seriously.
It's a general rule of thumb, I suppose. Okay, let's move on. How about Terrell? You got your 2 examples?
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear it.
Alright, this is an excerpt from the book I'm reading by Hitler.
Hit.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
By
Whoa. By Hitler?
Nazi.
Hold on. He's reading a book by Hitler.
Oh, I thought you meant Hitler.
No, he said Hitler.
Hitler.
No, he's reading, are you talking about Mein Kampf?
Yeah, it is.
Wait. By Heatler?
No, Hitler.
Oh, okay. You said it like you were still in a cookie and you got caught. You're like,
And I knew the reaction I was gonna get.
Hitler. You said it like super quick. Hold on.
Fucking Nazi.
I'm trying to phonetically spell out how you said it. Hitler. By Hitler? Hilu? No, it's too many letters. Terrell got caught, so he's trying to say it real quick. Chia? By Chia? By Chia Pet?
Shut up, bro.
Okay, so you got a book. You're reading Mein Kampf?
Yes.
Mein Kampf? PF? Okay. Which translates into my struggle.
Correct.
The irony is, Hitler would have exterminated Turo, but let's go anyway. Keep going.
Alright, here goes.
Go ahead.
To study history means to search for and discover the forces that are the causes of those results which appear before our eyes as historical events. The art of reading and studying consists in remembering the
Okay,
essential...
hold on. Can you read it? Not like you're putting people to sleep, but read it how in the way that it interests you. Because you're making something that you deem attractive into something unattractive.
All right.
You're like saying, hey, I really like the supermodel. And then you punch her in the face and break her arms and you say, here, see, look how hot she is. So stop punching Mein Kampf and say it the right way.
All right.
Read it in the way that it interests you, the things that grabbed you. Read it that way.
To study history means to search for and discover the forces that are the causes of those results which appear before our eyes as historical events. The art of reading and studying consists in remembering the essentials and forgetting what is not essential. Probably my whole future life was determined by the fact that I had a professor of history who understood, as few others understand, how to make the viewpoint prevail in teaching and in examining. This teacher was Dr. Leopold, I don't know that last name, he's German.
Wait, whoa. Do you have a page number for this, Mein Kampf?
Yeah, it's page 18. Want me to get the link?
Yes.
1 second.
I didn't know there's an ebook on this one.
Page 18.
There's an ebook for every book, dude.
Mein Kampf. KMPF. Mein Kampf.
Fine, right there.
Okay. He's gonna link us to Mein Kampf.
We're all turning into Nazis.
Welcome to the FBI watch list.
Okay, so we're all going to the FBI watch list here at Mein Kampf, Great War.
No, it's fine.
What is greatwar.nl?
I don't know, I just found the book.
Ah, crap, I don't have a WOT PDF, god damn it.
Okay, let me just, by the way, let me see what greatwar.nl is.
I'll copy and paste it big on PvP.
Okay.
Yeah, just copy and paste the section.
Still
So,
living.
page 11.
The Heritage of Great War. Wow, this is disturbing. I'm gonna close that link. Just paste it in the Skype window.
Doesn't have mentions.
Jar, you paste it in the Skype window, or whoever has it, can they paste it in the Skype window?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It doesn't have page number.
Turo, you got it, right?
It's page 18, it's very top. The first two paragraphs.
Turo, can you paste it in the Skype window? The section you're reading?
It's not letting me copy because it's highlighted. For some reason, it won't let me right click and copy.
Mother effer. Okay, I'll paste it. Hold on. Page 18.
I think I have it here.
Can you paste it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Got it. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
everybody,
very much.
hold on. Take it and scroll over it, copy it, and paste it to like a text pad or something where you could actually see it.
Okay.
Copy.
Yeah, this is long.
I'm gonna paste it in the text pad.
Here,
Okay,
Nick.
got it.
Damn. It's like a.
Are you reading just the first two paragraphs or what, Taro?
Yes.
Okay, so I can get rid of that third part. All right, go for it.
Alright. So, starting with probably my whole future.
Go ahead.
Probably my whole future was determined by the fact that I had a professor of history who understood, as few others understand, how to make this viewpoint prevail in teaching and in examining. This teacher was Dr. Leopold Poach of the Real School in Linz. He was the ideal personification of the quality necessary to a teacher of history in the sense that I have mentioned above. An elderly gentleman with a decisive manner, but a kindly heart. He was a very attractive speaker and was able to inspire us with his own enthusiasm.
Okay, hold on. You are a very unattractive reader.
Yeah, I realize.
Let me get Jar to read this. Come on, Jar, hit it.
Even today, I cannot recall without any emotion that venerable personality whose enthusiastic exposition of history so often makes us entirely forget the presence and allow ourselves to be transported as if by magic to the past. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm. We were sometimes moved to even tears.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm. And we were sometimes even moved to tears.
It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep when somebody reads it and then they express what the sentiment in the sentence. Somebody's got to read the sentence in here. Hibernia, read the last sentence.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay, Big L, read the last two sentences. Make me believe him.
When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved to even tears. it was still more fortunate that this professor was able not only to
DVP, read it.
Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed them into the historical memory of the... Hold on. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Okay, 18, you're up. Read it.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we
Okay, hold on. We can tell A-Team isn't going to make a very good Nazi. Who else do we have left? Who's the last guy? Paperclip.
Go.
Read it. Make me want to become a Nazi. Come on, bro. Read it. See Kyle.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
That's better. Does anybody? Okay, let's discuss this, and then let's talk about how we should read it. Okay.
Hold on. I keep hearing an echo.
Yeah, same here.
Hold
It's
on.
from Plum. You can't help it.
Wait. Let me go back. Usually, you can see who's causing the echo by whose avatar is up at the top, because that's the one usually making the sound. I think it was Hibernia. Hibernia, you done? You there? Okay. Maybe, is it better now? You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about now?
Well, I can't
Okay,
hear.
perfect.
Yeah, there it is. I think it's coming from your end, Plum.
Yeah, I hear it again.
Yo.
Oh, no, it's not from you. It's from somebody else.
No, I think you hear it on Plum's computer when someone else talks.
No, but when he talked, there was echo from him. From somebody else's computer.
Echo.
I don't
That was
think
nice.
Delta.
I wonder who it could be, though.
Hey.
Usually I look at the person up top, and I could hear their computer making sounds. You could see the person who's talking moves up to the top, and that's where the echo, you could see who's making the echo.
no one's moving to talk, though.
Okay, anyway.
Oh, it might be Toledo.
Terrell, motherfucker.
I don't know.
Okay, let's discuss this paragraph, or these last two sentences. First of all, Terrell, last two
Hold on. I'm hearing an echo when you're talking.
echoing. Terrell,
Yes.
let's discuss these last two sentences.
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna hang up on Hibernia. I'll call you back if it's not you. Hello.
Hello.
Still echo?
Hello.
Echo.
Oh.
Yeah, there's still a little echo.
All
I
right.
don't know. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's still echo.
I think it might
I
have
don't
been.
hear an echo.
No, I think it's Plum, because I just saw his light up when that happened.
Hello.
Yeah.
You hear any more echo?
I don't think
Come
there's
on,
echo.
when you talk, we don't hear it, but when... Okay, hold on. Can anybody hear echo now that I'm speaking?
No, I hear it when
No.
Toledo's speaking.
Get out of here with that.
Terrell, are you causing a podcast meltdown, Terrell?
Not again.
I don't hear any more echo. Do you hear any more echo?
Yeah.
There's echo, but it's so much closer to the person speaking. Like, it's not as
Okay.
distant.
If it comes back with Hibernia again, I'm gonna drop off Hibernia off the call. Let me see here. What was Hibernia's name?
Dave.
Dave. Where did Dave go? I didn't even see him on my list. How is he not on my list? How is this not happening here?
I can add it.
Yeah, add him to the call. Oh, wait, never mind. He's right there. Yeah. Ring. Hello.
Hello?
Is the echo back? Anybody? Can anybody hear the echo?
Hello?
No.
Paper.
Check.
So far, so good.
All right, let's try it again.
But why do I hear my own voice? That's my question. I shouldn't be hearing my own
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too.
voice.
I think
Yeah,
that
that goes
problem.
over.
Yeah, it was so distracting. I was trying to read the sentence. I just hear myself talking to Plum or somebody.
Are you guys on speakers?
You guys have your speakers turned off
I have headphones.
or your headphones in? You should have your
I have
headphones plugged in.
headphones.
I'm gonna get my
I got headphones as well.
My ears.
Everybody got headphones?
Motherfucker, I hate Skype.
Okay, let's try this. Whoever has problems, let me know and I'm gonna hang up on you and call you back. Who has problems here?
I do.
18?
Yeah, I'm hearing echoes.
Hang up. How's
Why?
that?
Wow, what the hell?
What?
What? Now it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's 18 has.
Background
I know
noise.
18 has a hiss. 18 has background hiss. It's like terrible.
Okay, I was like, I didn't even realize it was there. It was so loud.
Yeah. What a trip.
Anybody else have echo?
Nope.
Okay.
Negative.
I went from being like...
I hear it from other people, but
All right, here we go. We're gonna try. If A team's echo's too bad, we're gonna drop them off.
I don't think that fixed the problem.
A team, you there?
Yeah.
A team, we gotta drop you off. You're killing the pod. The hiss. You got a lot of hiss. You got microphone hiss.
Oh, okay.
It's going.
Yeah, okay, I have an old laptop. Alright.
All right, sorry, bud. Ah, so quiet and peaceful.
Everyone's nice to us.
I just did
holy
headphones, so it can't be
shit,
me.
dude. We've been in here for 52 minutes. We haven't got to a single podcast topic.
Let's get this going. All right, anybody else have any echo? Have we solved the echo problem?
Testing.
Echo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Sweet.
let's go over Torero. What part of the last two sentences did you like?
It's really descriptive the way he describes how 1,000 years back he describes a thin mist that he cleared away, and then how he brings it to a living reality. Overall, the whole paragraph, I like how he explained how this.
No, the last two sentences. We're only talking about the last two sentences. Let's discuss what key words there, what key phrases touched you, moved you, excited you.
Penetrated through the thin mist of thousands of years.
Why?
Because you can sort of relate how he has to. He has to describe it in a way to where it becomes relevant to their reality, even though it happened a long time ago.
Okay, and
And the last sentence, we became a fire with enthusiasm and were sometimes even moved to tears. So he did a good enough job of it to where they even started crying sometimes.
okay, so moving parts. Okay, TBP, what part of these two sentences were significant to you?
When he said penetrated the dim mist of thousands of years, because I think that's how we all see history. We don't know everything about it, and I could really relate to just the way he worded that. And the way he said a fire with enthusiasm, I can't really relate to that, but I can feel that flash of excitement, almost like I was there with him.
Flash of
But
excitement.
Yeah,
Okay.
fire with excitement. Okay, I can't talk, dude. I'm hearing myself through your speakers, and it's really annoying.
I'm gonna. Fuck. Okay, let me see if I cover this one right here. Hold on. Let me try something. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. How about that? Wait, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna talk. Okay, I'll just deal with it.
Okay, moving on. Paperclip. What'd you like about the last two sentences?
I just imagine, I just had this whole imagery. Oh, damn it, I hear the echo too. The echo kills it because I'll start talking and I hear myself and then I'm like,
Yeah,
shit,
I know.
I can't concentrate.
Oh, you know what? Let me try something. And I know it's gonna fuck up the podcast if I do it, but I can't do it. But I'm gonna try just to test and see if it is this. Because I'm gonna plug in headphones. I'm the only guy who can't put in headphones because then I can't record myself. But let me see.
Why not?
Because he's recording.
Yo, can you hear me? And is there... Okay. The problem is, okay. So we gotta basically figure out how to record the Skype call, because I basically need to put in headphones, because otherwise you guys are gonna hear my echo.
Yeah, basically.
Well, you just gotta find a new program that can record it. That can just record Skype directly.
I think there's a way to record Skype directly. I'm just not sure how to do it as I'm using Audacity. So I'm getting your voices out loud from my speaker. Like, I don't hear any echo. You guys may hear echo on your end, but I don't hear any echo, and I'm just recording the Skype call like
I
this.
have an idea. Every time you're not talking, just mute yourself.
Just mute myself.
That seems like a big hassle.
Yeah, it's a big hassle.
Okay.
We're gonna have to work through it,
on.
but we're gonna try and figure out. I need nerds to help me figure out how to make Audacity just record the Skype call. I know there's like help sheets and things on Google and maybe even a YouTube video to demonstrate how to do it, but we're gonna figure out how to do it.
I'm Googling right now.
Oh, we're just gonna have to bear through it.
I gave you a link in Skype.
Sweet.
Oh,
Okay.
there's a tutorial on YouTube. How to record audio with headphones.
Oh, really? Sweet.
Yeah, I typed in on the Google search bar how to record on Audacity with
All
headphones.
right, everybody save the links. We're gonna keep going. Okay, Paper, you're up.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. So I just imagine that everything behind me is the past. When I imagine a dim mist, I just imagine like the mist is composed of the past, of memories and events that happened. So then when it says that the person penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years, and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into living reality. I just imagine myself going through the mist, breaking through it, and then finding a gravesite. And then when I look at the gravesite, I see a tombstone, and it says the dead past. And then right when I look at it, boom, it turns into a person and it's back alive.
Okay. Sweet. Who else haven't we heard from?
You haven't heard from me yet.
Jar.
This is Jar, yeah.
Last 2 sentences.
So my favorite part in these 2 sentences were where he said, memory of the dead past into a living reality. When I heard the dead past, I kind of thought of just something black and white, just a black and white picture on a page in a book. Like, it's dead, it's got no meaningful parts to it. And then when he said into a living reality, I kind of imagined being able to set foot in the land back then, and I imagined like being exactly in the same clothing that they wear, and I'd imagine being able to look over the townscape or wherever they were in that setting as if I lived during that time. So I thought that was very powerful, and I imagined that if somebody could actually recreate that, yeah, that'd be an awesome class to be in.
Okay, so what parts of the sentence specifically were you enjoying?
Specifically, then, yeah, it's just dead past into a living reality.
Okay, that part right there. What else? Anything else?
Everything. Well, here's the thing. Every part of the sentence, like, it was really good to listen to. That's the part that stood out the most. Like, everybody else can mention all the other good parts, and I agree with them. So, for example, with the fire and enthusiasm that DVP was talking about, coming through the mist, like Paperclip was talking about, those are all also very powerful.
Okay, so this is I'm so distracted by the echo now. Okay,
The more attention we give the echo, the more power it gains.
Yeah,
guys.
don't give the echo any power. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. So, key phrases here. Penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. So, I imagine a shroud of fog, and it's kind of a mysterious setting. So, this makes me want to express this in a mysterious way. How would you say something in a mysterious way if you're going to read that? He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. How would you read that? Just that little part right there, Paper.
Yeah, one more time, please.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. Say that in a mysterious way. How would you read that if you were saying that in a mysterious way?
Hold on, let me find that now. Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the history.
Stop. Torero, how would you read he penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years in a mysterious way? Read it in a mysterious way.
Penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory.
Stop. Jar.
Yeah.
How would you read he penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years? How would you read that in a mysterious way?
All right. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical. Okay.
Big L, how would you read that in a mysterious way?
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical.
Stop at years. That's it.
I thought you were doing something wrong.
Hibernia.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years.
That's your mysteriousness? Who's vacuuming?
Why do I hear a lawnmower?
Boggles in the call now.
Boggles, you there?
Yeah.
Boggles, are you vacuuming?
No, I think there's some Mexicans outside there.
Tell the Mexicans to turn the lawnmower off. Boggles, read that.
Yeah.
You got that part?
I'm trying to figure out where you're reading from. I asked DVP, he didn't reply.
Hold on.
From the Skype chat.
Welcome to the podcast, Douglas.
Pardon?
Here.
Thank you. Podcast.
He penetrated to the dim mist of thousands of years. Okay, here's the 2 cents you need to concentrate on, Boggles. I'm going to paste them in the Skype chat. There.
Alright. Ready, alright. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years.
Okay, stop.
Transformed.
Stop. That is mysterious, Boggles. Do you hear the mysteriousness? He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. Mysteriousness. Give me mysteriousness. Who hasn't been mysterious yet?
DVP.
DBP, give it to me.
Penetrated. Thousands of years.
Okay, do you see the emphasis? He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. Thousands of years. Do you hear the emphasis, the different words being emphasized? Okay. And transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm. Just that sentence. When we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm. What does that mean, to become a fire with enthusiasm? How does that sound? Read that, Nick.
Okay.
we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were
Stop.
sometimes moved.
Stop. Paper. When we listened to him,
No.
we became afire with enthusiasm. Read it.
When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
Okay? I'm gonna have to... Boggles.
Yeah.
If that lawnmower Mexican guy doesn't shut off, I'm gonna hang up on you.
Okay, he's actually kind of far off, baby. Okay, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do
Close
either.
your windows, lock your doors.
Man, everything is closed. I close my doors. I'm trying to see what else I can do.
Or get some headphones ready.
There
Then
you
take
go.
a break.
Headphones won't fix it. It's
No, headphones won't fix it.
Oh, that's right.
I know. Well, okay, if it gets too loud, I guess
The
I'll
most
come back.
technically difficult podcast ever recorded.
I think we have to set aside time to find out how to fix this problem.
Yeah,
so
we
the
gotta-
podcast listeners don't suffer.
Definitely, afterwards, we're gonna try and... I'm gonna need a couple students to stick around so we can troubleshoot the problem, and I'm gonna try and talk to you and figure out if we can fix the problem and record the call on Skype.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Jar, hit it.
All right. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
Okay. Big L, hit it.
When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
Torero, hit it.
When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
Okay, who else? Hibernia, did we hear from you?
I got an idea. I'm gonna turn down my microphone.
Oh, fucking lawnmower.
No, I'm gonna hold on. Where is my microphone?
Hibernia.
Yes. How do I do this?
When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
That's your enthusiasm? I feel like I want to kill...
Everyone wants to jump on.
If you were a leader and you're saying, let's go to battle, Braveheart, I'd be like, nah, I'm gonna stay home. You go ahead. Anybody else we missed?
Hey, Care Bear wants to jump on the class.
Oh, okay, hold on, let me get Care Bear. Who did I miss? DBP, go ahead.
Yeah. When we listen to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
Sorry, hold on. Okay, go ahead, say it again.
Hello?
Well,
But,
when we listen
Mr.
to him,
Hold on. Mr. Care Bear Stare, shut up.
Yeah, excuse me, I didn't know my mic was working or not.
Thank you.
when we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm.
That's your fire?
Afire.
Okay, so you see, a lot of people read it, and they emphasized a fire with enthusiasm, because those words speak to them. That's like, they feel like somebody's lighting a fire on them, somebody's exciting them. When we listened to it, we became a fire with enthusiasm. Okay, and the last part, and we're even moved to tears. Hit it, Jar.
And we were sometimes even moved to tears.
Hibernia.
And we were sometimes moved even to tears.
I'm not moved to tears by you. Boggles.
Yeah. Oh,
Big L.
and we are sometimes moved even to tears.
Not moved to tears by you. Disappointed. Big L.
And we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Let's see, who's next? DBP.
And we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Oh, very stoic. Almost like a light reading. Nice. Paper.
And we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Eh. Oh, let's see here. Who else? Who else we got?
Me?
Care Bear.
Yeah, where's the line?
You see the chat window?
The chat room, yeah, I see it.
Hold on, let me paste it for you. Copy. It's the very last phrase at the bottom. And we were sometimes even moved to tears.
Yeah. And we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Move me to tears. Read it again.
And sometimes even moved even to tears.
Motherfucker. Boggles. Move me to tears.
And we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Look at Boggles. And we're sometimes moved even to tears. Okay. So, we see when we're reading, there is varying inflection in our voice. Why is there varying inflection in our voice, Torero?
Because it's supposed to highlight the emotion.
Highlight what?
The emotion.
Why is there varying voice inflection in our, or why is there why is there varying inflection in our voice, Jar, when we read this?
Because we want certain things that we found that touched us to stand out.
Yeah, that touched us. Something touches us. We need that to stand out. That means more to us than the other things. And it makes us think of certain things. For instance, he penetrated through the dimmest of thousands of years, makes us feel mysterious. So we read it in a mysterious way, because that's how we think about it. And then when we're afire with enthusiasm, we're excited, because that's how it feels in our mind. So we need to convey that with our oral expression. That makes sense to you, Torero?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Torero.
Okay.
Why are you reading it like a robot and making me fall asleep?
Because I don't know better.
No, you know better. I want to know why you're reading it like a robot and making me fall asleep. I want the right answer.
Because I'm not trying hard enough to
No.
express it right. No.
That's not the right answer. I want the right answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know. You just haven't gotten to the root of it yet. I'm gonna give you a hint. You're a class clown. Now tell me the right answer.
Because I can't open up enough to read it right.
Are you asking me or are you telling
Let me
me?
repeat that. Let me repeat that.
Yeah, repeat that.
Because I can't open up enough to repeat it right.
You can't open up enough to repeat it right. Why? We're getting close to the answer.
Sometimes I feel a little stifled.
We're getting close to the answer. We know you feel a little stifled. Why? You need to keep asking yourself why till we get the root of the answer. Why do you feel a little stifled?
I'm too worried about reading the word right than expressing the emotion.
Why? Why are you worried?
Because I don't want to read it wrong and then come off silly.
Right. Why don't you want to come off silly?
Because I'm too worried about perception of others.
Oh, see, we got to the problem. We got the root of the problem. Why are you worried about the perception of others?
Just a bad thing I picked up.
Nope. Wrong answer. Why are you worried about the perception of others? It's good to be concerned with how people perceive you. Why are you worried about the perception of others?
Because we all want to be liked.
You want them to like you. We got to the root here. You want them to like you. You don't want them to dislike you. And you feel if you don't read it right, they're going to dislike you. Well, guess what? The way you're reading it, everybody dislikes you. You sound like a robot. I dislike it. I'm not attracted to it.
It's irony.
It's irony. You want to be liked, but you're reading it in exactly the way that'll cause me to dislike you. That is the irony of it. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, so read it the right way.
The sentence or the paragraph?
The two sentences we just covered.
He penetrated through the thin mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Oh, better, but still terrible. Okay, DVP, read it.
Whoa. Okay. He penetrated through the mist, He penetrated through the dim mists of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Paper, hit it.
Hold on.
Whoa, hold on, time
What's
out.
that noise?
Who is rustling? DVP,
Yeah?
stop rustling.
That wasn't me.
I guess high school.
High school, stop rustling.
High school, college.
Is high school even in the call? What the hell?
I hear an echo.
Yeah, that's not.
Sylvester Farm, dude. Just get
We're gonna fix it after the call, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Everybody, stop fucking rustling. Read it.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
You want to hear my review paperclip?
Sure.
That's my review.
Okay.
We're gonna come back to you. Hopefully it won't suck this time around. Mr. Care Bear, hit it.
So from the start, or
Hibernia wrestling.
Hibernia, stop rustling.
so do I read from the? Do I read from the?
Motherfucker, are you paying attention? Come
Yeah, I
on.
was weird.
How do you not know where to read? We just, like 3 people just read before you.
Okay.
How the
I
fuck
wasn't
would you
before
not know?
sure, but when we listened to him, we became I stand on my. When we listened to him, we became on fire with enthusiasm, and we
Stop.
were sometimes
Stop. There's so many frustrating elements going on. My voice, coupled with your head up your ass, not listening and not paying attention, coupled with rustling. I want to shoot myself in the head right now. Let's do this right. Big L, read it.
He penetrated through the through the dim mist of thousands of years, transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
That was almost over. It felt a little over the top, but that was much better than what I've heard out of Mr. Care Bears there, that's for sure. All right, who hasn't read yet? Wait. I know somebody hasn't read Hibernia. Okay. Okay. Come on, mate. Let's go.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm and sometimes even moved to tears.
Okay, hold on. Here's my review. Hibernia, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Why did you read it so fucking terrible?
I'm finding this really difficult.
What's difficult?
I don't know, this
social interaction?
This actual podcast, it's actually bringing up a lot of, I'm starting to realize a lot of things about the way I read and express myself.
Okay, well I hope a lot of students are having the same realizations, but I want you to answer the question, because maybe this will jog a lot of students and wake them, or jog their memories, not jog them. This will prod or provoke a lot of students to examine the flaws, the problems with their expression, why people aren't being drawn to them. We're going to expose those problems right now. So I want you to answer the question. Why did you read it so terribly?
Well, it was the other guy already answered it.
Yes, he did answer it. I'm not asking the other guy. I want to hear from you. It's the exact same answer.
Exact same answer, yes.
Yes, so what is it?
It's to do with social approval and wanting to be liked and respected.
So you want to be liked and respected, but you're doing exactly the opposite of what warrants affection and respect.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to come back to you. Who hasn't? Has everybody read it yet?
I haven't read it yet.
Go for it, Jar.
Last time.
Hold on. Whoa, time out. Jar, did you just let out a breath?
Yeah, I did.
You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous, but I want to concentrate and get so right, and I want to get even the smallest things. Like
so you're not nervous? Why did you let out a breath? Like, it sounded like you were on a cliff. You're looking over a cliff.
Well, it's not.
It was like taking a preparatory breath before you dive.
Yeah, or it's like,
So you're psyched?
a free throw shot in basketball, you may take a breath to let everything out so you can really just kind of concentrate.
Yeah, but under what situation would you let a breath out? Would you let a breath out if you were the only one in the gym just practicing free throws?
Yeah.
So if you're the only one in the gym, you just practice free throws, you'd be like, hope I don't mess up this free throw. Or would you, if you're in the middle of a game in front of millions of fans, go, I hope I don't mess up this free throw?
Well, yes, most definitely in front of the millions of fans I would. The only reason, though, why I do it in the gym is irrelevant. It would just be because maybe
it's irrelevant? I think it's very relevant. Read it.
Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of 1,000 years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes even moved to tears.
You missed the free throw. Sorry. Lost the game.
All right.
Mr. Care Bear's there. Hit it.
Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved to tears.
Why did you read it so terribly?
Why? Because I read in monotone tone.
Yeah, we know how you're reading it terribly. I want to know why you're reading it terribly.
Yeah, why? Well, I'm not fluent in English.
Wrong
but
answer.
I think the
Wrong
right
answer.
answer is because I'm afraid of what other people think.
Oh, there you go. So you're doing...
I'm not sure about this.
Yes,
because
you're doing exactly what is going to make people not like you. That is the irony.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if that's true.
You're not sure that's true. I just told you. It was fucking terrible.
No, I'm not sure if I fear what other people think about me.
So I told you the way you read it was fucking terrible. And
yeah,
you feared...
wait. When I read this text alone, I would read it the same way, even if I were in a alone room.
Good for you. But when I told you it was fucking terrible, you would rather read it the same way than read it the way we just discussed, so that I would actually like you.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I don't know how.
You're not paying attention to anything anybody's saying? You're not paying attention to anything I'm saying?
I am.
So that was a bullshit excuse then.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. That's why your voice, when you're reading, is so monotone, so terrible. It's the fear. The fear of social approval. But the irony is, I'm telling you the way you read it right now, it's fucking terrible. You've already lost all the social approval, so there's nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. You still need to gain the social. You're worried about losing the social approval when you don't even have social approval. That's the irony. It would be one thing if people thought you're a cool guy. You know, then you might have something to risk. Oh, if I read this wrong, people think I'm not cool anymore. But you have no social approval here. You're at the bottom of the ladder. You're a social loser. You're the nerd here. You have only everything to gain by practicing. You have nothing to lose. This is what you guys don't realize. You guys have this delusional view of yourselves as cool guys. You're a Manhood Academy. You're the opposite of a cool guy. All the students here, they are losers along with you. They're learning how to express themselves to become socially competent. They're not there yet. If they were there, they'd be graduated. Paperclip, as cool as he sounds, he's not cool. He's practicing social interaction alongside you. Until you realize this, you will keep having this delusional view of how cool you are, of how competent you are. You'll keep deluding yourself, and you'll keep speaking in your monotone voice. I'm telling you, I'm breaking the ice for you. I'm letting you know you're socially incompetent. You don't have social approval here. I don't like the way you read. So you need to practice and say, well, if I already don't have the social approval, why am I worried about losing the social approval? I have to have it in order to be worried about losing it.
It's delusion. We don't have it.
Yes, you're deluding. So those students who think they're going to lose social approval by not reading it right, you're delusional. You don't have social approval.
I think all of us think that way.
Yes, that is the point. That is the point I'm bringing up. You don't have social approval to begin with. Especially here at the Academy. Especially here at the Academy.
That's
So
why
when we're reading,
hesitant to even contact the students because they're scared of,
Boggles knows he's a loser. Watch Boggles read it. Hit it, Boggles.
he penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years.
Hold on. Whoa. Too much craziness in your microphone. Hold on. Try it again. Go ahead.
He penetrated through the dim mist.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm going to hang up and call you right back. Hold on.
Right.
Boggles.
Freaking Skype, dude. There's
Damn
always
darkness.
something with this fucking thing.
It's always fucking Skype.
Always.
All right. Let's try it again. Boggles, I was going to use you as an example. You almost stepped on my example. Do it, Boggles. Hit it.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years.
Oh. Fucking Skype.
See what the settings say.
Try it one more time. If you can't do it, you're going to ruin my example. Go ahead.
Alright. Let's try to speak softly. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands
Fuck it. Forget it. Somebody's got to prove my example right. Hit it, Paperclip.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Why did you read it so terribly, Paperclip?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. That's the wrong answer. I want to hear the right
Okay.
answer.
Because I care about what other people think of me.
Yes. Even your answer reveals that. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. Whatever. I don't know. That's a bullshit answer. You know exactly the right answer. You just don't want to say it. That speaks volumes, the fact that you don't want to say the right answer.
I think all of them need the right answer.
I'm talking to Paperclip, not you. Shut up. Paper.
Yeah.
What's the answer again?
Because I want everyone's approval, and I'm feared of not getting it.
Right. And you don't have it. You don't have the social approval. You have a delusional view of your competence right now.
Okay.
DBP, read it.
Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes even moved to tears.
How'd you guys feel about that?
I liked it.
that was impressive.
I can't compare it because it's hard to, I'm really trying to put it through my mind, what is the best example of how you'd read this? And now I'm really trying to think about, I'm looking at the paragraph, And I'm thinking, well, what does it mean to me? How can I express what it means to me and put it into words?
That's exactly what is involved in the social interaction process. You have to figure out. Well, it's really a lot easier than that. It's not about figuring out. It's about sharing your candid reaction to what's moving you while you're reading it. For instance, he penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. That part is moving me, right? I'm getting a picture of this thousands of years, like this mysterious fog. I'm getting this picture of this mysterious fog. I'm just sharing the reaction of that mysteriousness in my tone. He penetrated through the dimness of thousands of years. Do you see that? I'm just sharing my reaction to what's going on in my head right there when I read that. He penetrated through the dimness of thousands of years. Thousands. I emphasize thousands because this mist is like this old ancient fog to me. So I emphasize that part. Thousands of years. The reason why I'm kind of whispering it and dragging it out is because I want to emphasize how long that mist is. It's not just 1 year. It's not just he penetrated through the dim mist of 1 year. It's thousands. I'm whispering it. I'm making it sacred. I'm making it mysterious. I'm sharing my reaction. This is my reaction to reading this. So it's not about figuring it out. You already figured it out in your head. You already have an instant reaction to it when you read it. It's really about learning how to convey that reaction. And the problem is twofold. You have the real problem, which everybody already mentioned, worried about the social approval of all the other peers in the class. And then you have the other problem, which is what, Mr. Care Bear?
I'm scared.
What's that?
I'm scared about what people thought about me.
No. We already covered that. What's the other problem?
Well, I'm not candidate.
No.
Well, there's a problem. When you're reading, you don't know what's going to come after.
No. We already covered that. That's all the same problem. What's the other problem, Jar?
I think it's that we're all so untrained when we try to
Yes,
verbalize.
lack of practice. You don't hear your voice. You don't know what it sounds like. You don't know what it means to say thousands of years. You just haven't practiced even saying that. It sounds mysterious when your voice even says that. It's like, is that me? Does that sound right? You have no practice.
Exactly.
So there's this fierce social approval coupled with no practice, no training. We're here to train. We're here to practice. We're here to practice what it sounds like, sharing our candid reaction to the things we see, we read, we do, we say, other students, how they affect us, how the world affects us, etc. We're here to practice that right now. We already know we're worried about the approval of others. We're going to barrel through that. We just got to realize, look, we got a delusional view of our competence. We got to realize we don't have anything to lose right now. We already have no social approval. We're trying to gain social approval right now. So we need to practice. Here's my reading. He penetrated... we'll get DKO in here. DKO. 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 Adding DKO to the call. DKO. DKO. Hello.
I'm here.
I'm DKO. I'm here. DKO.
Just woke up.
DKO. We got something for you to read.
Okay.
I just posted it in the chat room. But before you read it, I'm going to tell you exactly how to read it. All you got to do is just parrot exactly what I'm saying. Okay? You missed all the discussion, so all I want you to do is just read it exactly the way I'm reading it, okay?
Where is it then?
In the chat room.
Skype chat. This window.
It's on the what?
Skype chat.
Yeah.
Oh, Snapchat. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ready?
Ready, Freddy.
What the fuck is all that sound?
Somebody's moving shit.
DKO, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm sitting on my bed.
Okay, sit still.
Alright. I don't think it was good.
Ready? Here we go. He penetrated through the dim mist. Hold on, let me do my jar. Oh, got the nerves out. Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears. This is how I see this. This is how I'm reacting to this. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and sometimes we were even moved to tears. I read the move to tears part slowly because it's more touching to me. It's more sentimental to me, so I treat it more tenderly when I speak about it. He even moved me to tears. I say it quieter. to me, it's almost like they're weeping silently inside. They're like so moved and touched. It's like when you see a great movie or you see two people kissing for the first time or a couple reuniting, and you're like, whoa, 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 Hibernia. Oh, get you out of here, buddy. Fuck. Okay. So we were moved even to tears. So it's very quiet. It's a very tender moment. So when I react to that, I read it very quietly, slowly. We're moved even to tears. It's a very sombering effect to me. So that's how I'm reacting to it. That's how I'm sharing it. When we listen to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm. We became a fire. So to me, it's like a punch. It's like a slap. We became a fire. We got a light under us. Snapping the fingers, the lights go off. Boom. It's like a strike of a match. So that's all I'm saying. I'm glad that you're back now. You're not coming back on. It became a strike, right? The match was struck. The fire was lit under them. So it's like a quick jolt. It's like you got shocked by lightning. So that's what it means to me when I hear, and we became a fire with enthusiasm. My voice just instantly lights, and I say it quick. It catches. That's what you need to convey. Convey your reaction. Practice conveying your reaction. You have various reactions to the things you read, the things you hear. Convey that reaction. Practice it now. Let's hear it, DKO.
Alright. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
That was a pretty dramatic, pretty good reading. I like the part when he said, when we listened to him.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's almost like it was like hinging on something, like an if-then clause. It was almost like a question. When we listened to him,
he was dependent on the teacher.
yes.
Like, we listened to him,
and
like
when
hanging
we
on
listened
to
to
every
him,
word.
yes, we're hanging on it. And when we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm, and we're moved even to tears. He slowed down, dragged it out, showed the emotion and the sentiment, how he was feeling about it. Is this making sense to everybody? Are people catching on here?
Yes,
Mr. Care Bear Stare, are you catching on?
It's like you just stopped me in the middle of a maze, and now I have the entire thing to map out. It's an entirely new field to have to uncover and discover.
Mr. Care Bear Stare,
Yes.
you catching on?
Catching on what?
Motherfucker.
Well,
Hold on
I
a
know
second.
I know what I need to do. I need to convey my reaction while I'm reading it.
Right, okay.
So,
Hold on, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Get the fuck out, you're not going to pay attention. Torero,
Sí, señor.
are you catching on? Don't give me a
Yes.
fucking Mr. Care Bear Stare answer.
Yes, I am catching on.
Okay, you're catching on? Read it.
He penetrated through the thin mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm, and we were moved even to tears.
I don't think you're catching on yet.
Damn it.
Boggles, you catching on?
I think so.
Let's hear it.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. We listened to him. We became a fire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes even moved to tears.
Okay, dramatic. Big L, you catching on?
Yeah.
Read it.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes even moved even to tears.
Okay, work on the reading, but that was good. Let's hear who else. Yes, you're kicked out. Get out. Why is he trying to come back in? All right. Anybody else that we haven't kicked out of class yet?
I haven't gone yet.
Jar,
There's DVP.
hit it.
DVP, okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became a fire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes even moved to tears.
See, now if Jar read this way, I would pay attention to him. I would pay attention to him reading. When Terrell was reading his paragraph, oh, this is my example expression I really liked. I don't fucking care what it was. I don't care if it was like the Magna Carta or some like mysterious ancient secret, unsolved mystery. I wouldn't care. It was so boring the way he read it. The way Jar just read it now, I would pay attention to it.
There's more life to it.
So well expressed. There's a person behind the words. It sounds like an actual person said this. CBP, read it.
Okay. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved, even to tears.
Much better. Okay, guys, I hope you guys are catching on. And for those in podcast land, hope you guys are paying attention too. Okay,
No,
we got... Yo.
You said dramatic, so was that bad, or was it like it was a little... You said it was dramatic when I read it. So, it was,
Well, sometimes I don't want you to go over the top like you can do it like crazy. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. You can't do that. But we're trying to convey it, not caricature, make a caricature of it, like a cartoonish version of it. You can make a cartoonish version of it, but we want to get your more candid reaction to it. That's not how you would say it normally, because that's not your candid reaction. That's your reaction plus you're trying to entertain people. He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years. I don't want to hear you entertaining students. I want to hear your reaction to it, your real reaction to it.
Okay.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears. Okay, that is more of just how I felt about it versus me wanting to over dramatize it to give it to the students in a kind of a candy coated format. Okay. Let's see here. We got one more. Time for one more example. Who's up? Who shared that one? Whoa. Before we go. Wait. We need a paper. Hit it, paper.
Yep.
Okay, paper, go ahead.
He penetrated through the dim mist of thousands of years and transformed the historical memory of the dead past into a living reality. When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
Good, except the ending. The ending part, you wanted to get through it. You wanted to throw it away. It was like a chore to you. You're here to convey your reaction, not just do chores.
I don't get the difference. I thought I sounded the same
the
3 times I did it.
The difference will come when you are believing you're in a room, reading to yourself. When there are other students here, or you think there's like 1,000 students here and you have to put on a performance, you'll read it a different way. When you can close your eyes and say, this is how I actually feel about reading this. This is what touches me. This is what moves me. That's the difference. At the end of the sentence, you're moved even to tears. You're putting a period on there. You're trying to throw it away. You're not conveying the sentiment in there. You're not conveying what it means to be moved to tears. What does it mean to be moved to tears? What does it mean to be moved to tears?
To cry.
To be sad.
To be upset.
Be overcome with emotions.
Yeah.
To be overcome with emotion. To be overcome with sorrow.
To lose control.
To lose control. You're moved to tears. You don't have any more control. Somebody's moving you. Somebody's affecting you. I'm being moved. I don't want to be moved, and somebody's moving me. This is not a chore. This is you expressing the sentiment. Don't throw it away, especially at the end. You need to practice.
Okay.
Read the last sentence.
When we listened to him, we became afire with enthusiasm, and we were sometimes moved even to tears.
You're going to need some work, sir. All right, one more example before we go. Who's the last guy? Or who suggested this when he penetrated the dim? That was Torero. Okay. Torero.
Yes.
Your next example. Your last example.
The paperclip already go?
I didn't go.
How about we let him go since he's hardly on here?
Torero, your last example.
It's from the same book, but alright, here it goes. Hold on.
Anybody got a different example?
I do.
I can get one.
Okay, hold on. Let's get one from paper. Can we get like a visual?
I got
No,
one.
mine are lyrics.
Lyrics? Okay, let's hear some hold on, let's hear some lyrics. This might be interesting. Can you paste them in the chat room window?
Yes.
Gangster, coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer. So I jumped up out the grave like Michael Jackson from Thriller.
You know who stepped in the room? The most boring guy. The most boring guy in the world stepped in the room. That's who stepped in the room.
Who?
Guy who made me fall asleep stepped in the room.
Okay.
I want to hear from a real rapper. Let's hear Boggles. Boggles is a rapper from India.
Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer. So I jumped up out his grave like Michael Jackson in Thriller.
Yeah, Boggles is a terrible rapper. Let's hear from an awesome rapper. DKO. DJ DKO, hit it.
Alright. Boom! Guess who just stepped in my room?
Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? Boom!
Your boom was funny.
Alright. Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer. So I jumped up out this grave like
Okay,
Michael
hold, time
Jackson.
out. I don't want a wigger. I want a real rapper here. Char,
Alright.
make me believe you're a rapper. Do it.
Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer. So I jumped out his grave like Michael Jackson in Thriller.
Okay? You don't need to be that fast, but that's fine. That's much better. I actually believe you're training to be a rapper. DVP.
Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer, so I jumped out this grave like Michael Jackson in Thriller.
Okay. That's fine. I want you to read it slower just for podcasting sake, but that's much better. Okay, let's hear from Torero the rapper. Tortilla. DJ Tortilla. Hit it.
Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer, so I jumped out his grave like Michael Jackson in Thriller.
Oh, he's excited. Big L. Rap it, sucker.
Canada represent, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. He's a rapper represent.
Alright, let's go. Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer, so I jumped out this grave like Michael Jackson in Thriller. What?
What? Anybody else not rap? Paper.
I his own personal touch in there.
Paper. Rap that shit.
Boom. Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds.
Time out. I'm gonna have to rap this shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, DJ Plum on the mic. Boom. DJ sick voice right now. Boom. Fuck, I can't even boom right now. My boom. Boom. Guess who stepped in the room? Dressed in black diamonds like a fucking monsoon. Back from the dead, but they never found my killer. So I jumped up this grave like Michael Jackson in Thriller. Yo,
Sound like a Vietnamese rapper.
holla. Yeah, I'm a Vietnam rapper. Okay. This is probably the worst podcast for me to be talking about expression when I have a physical impediment for expression. Okay, so what did you like about this paper?
I like the analogies. When he says that they never found his killer, and then he jumped out of his grave like Michael Jackson in Thriller, I imagine a rapper dressed like Michael Jackson with the red jacket, the diamonds and whatnot, and he's jumping out of the grave, and then coming back to life to find his killer.
Okay, so what part of expression would this fall under? What part that attracted you?
Sharing his experiences.
Or
the analogies.
I wouldn't. Back from the dead. Never found my killer. Jumping out like Michael Jackson Thriller. I wouldn't consider that sharing his experiences.
What are the different parts of imagery?
Oh, imagery.
What would that fall under?
What, the imagery?
Yes, what part of expression? When we talk about in the ebook, what would that fall under?
I don't know the different parts of expression.
Anybody? Any ideas?
Well, that's
Share his reaction.
no, he's making an analogy like Michael Jackson in Thriller when he says that.
He's using a lot of analogies, a lot of hyperbole, a lot of exaggeration. But what part of that would that fall under?
I have the ebook open. I'm looking for the different parts.
Specific degree.
Okay, we're gonna leave everybody hanging until the next podcast. We'll answer that question.
Cliffhanger.
Thank you, students, for joining us. I need a couple students to stick around so we can troubleshoot this problem with the podcasting echo, and we'll figure out how to record a Skype call. But thank you, students, for joining us. Have a nice day.
Bye.